In the ancient Babylonian texts, known as the Mul-Apin and Enuma Elish, it portrays Nibiru as a red star or planet. Marduk, the chief fallen angel. According to the ancient Sumerians and Babylonians, Marduk was also known as the dragon. His symbol, as you can see here in this ancient Babylonian depiction, is the dragon. Here is the Marduk dragon symbol again. It can be found on the ancient Ishtar Gate from the ruins of Babylon in Iraq. If you watch my other video titled Marduk is Satan, I provide rock-solid evidence which confirms that the chief fallen angel, Marduk, is Satan. And as a reminder, Marduk was known to the ancient Babylonians as the dragon. According to the Bible Book of Revelation, it mentions a red dragon in heaven. According to the Babylonian Mul-Apin and Enuma Elish, they also mention a red dragon in heaven. Okay, so let me simplify that for you. In the Bible Book of Revelation, it mentions a red dragon in heaven. In the Babylonian Sumerian texts, it mentions a red dragon in heaven. According to the Bible Book of Revelation, the red dragon is identified as Satan. According to the Babylonian texts, the red dragon is identified as Marduk. Here they are again for you to compare. As a reminder, in my other video, I showed that Marduk is Satan, or in other words, Satan is Marduk. They are the same person. And as I have already shown, the red dragon also represents planet Nibiru. But to elaborate further, the Bible Book of Revelation also appears to portray Nibiru as a celestial planetary object with 7 orbiting moons. Here are those verses. Revelation chapter 12 verses 3 to 4. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon with 7 heads, and with his tail he drags a third of the stars of heaven, and he threw them down to the earth. The following Bible verse confirms that the dragon also represents Satan. Revelation chapter 12 verse 9. And the great dragon was thrown out, that ancient serpent who is called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world. He was thrown down to the earth, and his angels were thrown down with him. Please also bear in mind that in my other YouTube video I prove that Satan is Marduk, the chief fallen angel. Okay, so as a reminder, earlier in part 5 I showed how the cross symbol of planet Nibiru represents Jesus Christ. And as I had just shown earlier in this part, the Nibiru dragon symbol represents Marduk, the chief fallen angel. But how can one symbol of planet Nibiru represent Jesus Christ, while the other symbol of planet Nibiru represents Marduk, the chief fallen angel? Here's the answer to that question. At some point in the distant past, well before the time of Christ in the Middle East, Marduk, Satan, was a flesh and blood person living in the Nibiru star system, which he was the ruler of. This claim is supported by the idea that planet Nibiru was named after him. I will explain. According to the ancient Babylonian text known as the Mul-Apin, Nibiru was also called planet Marduk. This is confirmed in Mul-Apin, lines 29 to 32. The red star which stands in the south, this star is Nibiru, Marduk. Mul-Apin, numbers 6 to 13. The star Nibiru, the god Nibiru, the merciful Marduk. The star Nibiru, the god Marduk. According to the following Enuma Elish and Mul-Apin verses, they declare that Nibiru belongs to Marduk. Enuma Elish, tablet 7, line 126. Nibiru is Marduk's star. Mul-Apin, lines 36 to 38. One big star although its light is dim. That is the star of Marduk, Nibiru. So also bearing in mind that the ancient Sumerian and Babylonian people identified Marduk as the dragon, and not forgetting that Marduk is the dragon who is Satan mentioned in the New Testament. This would explain the meaning of the verses in Bible Revelation chapter 12 verse 3, which I showed earlier, where Marduk, Satan, appears to be portrayed in outer space as a red dragon with 7 heads, which also symbolizes the Nibiru star system, i.e. a brown dwarf with 7 orbiting planets. According to the Bible Book of Revelation, it explains that the red dragon in heaven will cause a vast number of stars to fall onto the earth. Here are those verses. Revelation chapter 12 verses 3 to 4. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, a great red dragon, and with his tail he dragged 1/3 of the stars of heaven, which he threw down to the earth. Revelation chapter 13. The beast did great wonders, causing fire to rain down from heaven onto the earth. Okay, so just to simplify things for you, the red dragon symbolizes Marduk, the chief fallen angel. It also symbolizes planet Nibiru. The falling stars symbolize Marduk, Satan's angels. They also symbolize meteorite debris from Nibiru. According to ancient Sumerian Babylonian texts, they appear to portray stars as planetary objects, angels. This is confirmed in the following Mulapin verses, where red star Nibiru is equated or linked to fallen angel Marduk. Mulapin, lines 29 to 32. The red star which stands in the south, this star is Nibiru, Marduk. Mulapin, numbers 6 to 13. The star Nibiru, the god Nibiru, the merciful Marduk. The star Nibiru, the god Marduk.